today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all the bull sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to enjoy a stream? Sometimes you want to watch something that is truly great, and the commentary's first rate. You want to be where you can cheer when you learn a character's fate. You want to watch something that's truly great. You want to hear brain amoeba and Coldfrost saying something esoteric and yet cognate. You want to watch something that's truly great. And welcome everybody to Coldfrost commentary. I hate you.
That's right. I know what was going on. Discord snitched you out. I know what you were doing.
I got lost in the sauce, man. I haven't got yet to where I can fly around, but I'm getting close. Mm-hmm. And that becomes a very important part of control. Mm-hmm. When you get to become Superman.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm just tossing vending machines and forklifts at people.
That's good enough.
But yes, anyway, I got lost in the sauce and control and forgot what time it was. But that's not what we can't do a control day because day of the week starts to C. So
that's right. Today is a special day, though. It's Black Friday Frasier.
Exactly. I don't know what's special about that, but
I mean, we'll have a couple of them. It means Frasier's on sale.
Oh,
it's normally you get to watch the show for free. Today on Black Friday Frasier, we have a special deal for you.
We get to watch everybody $5
for free.
Oh,
well, no. If you say it's a deal, you can trick people.
Oh, just like how Target used to have those price cut tags, and then you look underneath the tag, and it was the exact same price.
Yeah. It's a psychological thing.
And you're just like, wait,
like how slapping 99 cents at the end of our gas makes people go, "Oh, I'm getting a good deal. Look at all those pennies I'm saving."
There's pennies are important. You know what they say? A penny saved is a penny earned.
Yeah, but Ben Franklin said that forever ago. But that was before inflation. You could
buy
a whole house. You could buy a whole house with a penny, and have change left over
for some half penny candy. It wasn't even penny candy yet.
Let me see how far back I can go to get the.
Oh, are you gonna do inflations? Well, they weren't using the penny at that point yet, were they?
No, but I can go all the way back to 1913, where a penny back then is 31 cents today.
Oh man, the times they are changing.
You're basically rolling in it at that point.
I know. Just got to go back in time and have all these pennies, and they go look at you and go, that's not made out of copper. Is this illegal coinage?
And so what is this? Sir, this is clearly fake.
Well, you just stop counterfeiting pennies. I don't know why anyone would do that, but clearly you have.
I know we started minting dollars at least during the Revolutionary War because that's what we paid our soldiers in.
Yeah,
and it was worthless.
Yeah, yep. It was in the Continental. Our coinage has changed. Our coinage changed drastically from this because what was it? Pre-Civil War, states and banks were issuing their own promissory notes.
I feel like that was one of the things that was Articles of Confederation time where people would just
no,
every state would. Was that?
No. It was like 1800s.
Wildcat banks.
Yeah, you had banks and that's why everyone was hauling around coinage because promissory notes were basically worthless, but coinage, at least had precious metal value. So they had eagles and double eagles.
there was a central bank by Andrew Jackson's time because he went
You
after
got
it.
rid of it, yeah. And
Yeah.
we didn't get a central bank again until like the late 1900s. Probably around 1913, because that's what
Yeah.
the central bank, that is what the Fed does, is print
Yeah.
money. So
Yeah.
that was probably the year that that they got founded again. It's like once he got rid of it, we didn't have a central bank for fucking
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
Well, we're not here to talk about the benefits and of not having a central bank. The clue
we're
is all the
we're not
benefits.
we're not here to talk about fiat currency. This is a crypto channel. It was a Coldfrost coin, I believe. We talked about like over a year ago.
You just said we're not here to talk about fiat currency. We're here to talk about crypto. However, I feel like crypto is also a fiat currency.
Is crypto count as a fiat currency?
I mean, what is it? What's it backed by?
Nothing.
A precious metal?
So, well, is crypto a fiat currency?
I mean,
Let's see. Cryptocurrency is a digital asset that derives its value from its native blockchain.
yeah, which is
So crypto
nothing.
technically isn't fiat because it's backed by nonsense, as opposed to our money, which is
backed by our
nothing.
military, backed by nonsense,
Is-
and our
which
military might.
which is backed by your belief that the money in your wallet is worth something.
I mean, to be fair, we could go into a horrific digression where I go, well, technically, the only reason gold has value is because we believe it has value, and the only reason it became a decent medium of exchange, a good species, was because it was both rare and not easily corrosive.
It keeps.
Exactly. That's like the only reason gold. That's let me tell you how many times it frustrates me when people go, I don't get it. Why is gold valuable? It's like, do you want an actual lecture on the history of medium of exchange? Do you understand the theory of medium of exchange? How we went from a barter economy to barter to medium exchanges, and why we did? Like, not just like as like a country, but like as society after like the Bronze Age, basically.
Yeah.
Not that like barter economies didn't still exist to one way or the other. It just depended on how far away from a city you were. Anyway, we're getting lost in sauce. I could go into I can go in the weeds with that. I love talk. That's. I'm also the nerd when someone goes, let me tell you about the tabletop game. I go, and what about the merchants? What do you mean? Can I play a merchant?
You're a currency man.
I love economics. I am the. So you're aware of Mage the Ascension, right? Because you're aware of World of Darkness. So
Yes.
how the Technocracy has a whole convention that's all about money called the Syndicate. That's how they well, they don't cast magic, okay, but you know, like out of the game, that's how they cast magic is through money. And I love it, and it's so great how another guy that I used to GM games with, play with, when they released the newer, which they're not newer anymore. This is like probably they're over a decade old, I think now.
New is a relative term.
Exactly. Of rules for the Syndicate and how they viewed like how magic power works, because they changed the sphere of prime into primal utility, where how does magic power work? Well, it's just another resource, and so you know it's a medium of exchange for and so they basically made where you could use your resource rating as your node rating, because they're equivalent. And when we were talking about it, he goes, I don't get how primal utility works. It's like, I mean, you literally just think about how money works in real life, and how and I started like explaining to him, he's just like I was like,
you're out there, man. You're in the ether.
It's like it's okay. Not everyone can get lost in the sauce with money like I can.
Bordello of Blood and Spice and Wolf ruined you. Like,
yes,
I
actually,
can
why?
trace. I can trace the two biggest fictional influences on your life back to.
Well, to be fair, Spice and Wolf. Yeah, I that is whenever someone's like, should I, like, because they're the new one's coming out soon, where they're just redoing the season, but still, it's more Spice and Wolf, so fairly happy. But people, a lot of people I know are like, well, should I watch this? Like, well, let me ask you this question: when someone goes, man, let me tell you about this fantasy world. Do you go, all right, what's this hero doing? Are we going on adventures? Are we slaying dragons? If you go that way, it may not be for you. If you instead go, how does the economy of that country work,
Yeah,
of that fictional setting work?
how does the money work?
Then Spice and Wolf 100% is for you. Do you want to learn about how medieval economics works? Do you want to know what a cambist is and what that whole extinct career did back in the medieval era, where they would measure coinage and the precious metal content and stuff like that, and do exchange rates between different types of metal coins? Because let me tell you, a silver coin from one country is actually not as valuable, or maybe more valuable, than a silver coin from another country, because of all these different factors.
Mm-hmm.
That's how lost in the weeds Spice and Wolf gets, and I love it.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah,
Ruined forever. Ruined forever.
I'm a nerd. Anyway, today is Black Friday, Black Frasier Friday. No,
Yeah. Black Friday Frasier.
not Friday Frasier. I was like,
A
I'm getting.
holiday we will celebrate at least a couple of times, right? I know at least once more, maybe two or
I
three.
think it probably two more, because we're in season 3. We've been doing this for a year, so
So we'll have two more Black Friday Frasiers.
yeah, definitely two more, maybe one more, depending on how well, I mean, we got another season, so
Oh yeah, it's another 10 episodes. We'll see. We'll
we'll
see. We'll see
see
how
how we
many
get there.
seasons the reboot goes through before we catch up.
Before we finally catch up.
Speaking of, did you see Kelsey Grammer's quote on getting to play Beast again?
What do you say?
Kelsey Grammer apparently freaking loves to play Beast. Let me see if I can pull up that quote again.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All right, let me see here if I can pull it up here.
Dead air.
That's right.
Do, 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 do,
This is
do.
important research.
You're doing it.
I'm
Oh,
doing it. I'm
man.
making it happen.
I actually did make a fantasy setting once for a game I was running, and I got way into the weeds of how different money is exchanged with each other for different countries. One country's
No,
whole money was based off of steel, not off of precious metals, but it
I'm
was
not
valuable
disabling
because
my
how
ad block.
powerful they were.
That's from forever ago. God damn it. It's gonna take forever to find this. We're just gonna have to move on, and I'll
All right.
work on it.
All right. Well, today's episode is season 3 episode. That's not correct. It should be 7, not 17. Is that wrong on all of them? It
Okay,
is.
here we go. I found it.
I gotta
Grammer.
change
I've
this.
always wanted to play him again. I see him as an extraordinary character, a real character of gravitas and importance in our culture. I'm delighted Beast is back and hope he's back in a real way.
Yeah, because the other guy did play a real beast. Only Kelsey Grammer could play a real beast.
There was somebody on Twitter said that quote sounds exactly like something Beast would actually say.
I mean, isn't Beast just Frasier? Just
Yeah, a mutant Frasier Crane. That's my
yeah.
fanfic. Beast is Frasier Crane if he had the X gene. Yes.
Yeah, that's when they now that the multiverse is open, we're gonna see a multiverse where Beast goes to meet his multiverse equivalent, Frasier Crane.
It's Frasier. Well, I only got into biology when my X gene expressed. I always wanted to be
A
psychologist.
psychiatrist.
What happened to Niles? Oh, he works with the Sentinel program.
It's not good.
we are estranged. My father, Weapon 9. The Canadians got him.
Damn. Anyway,
Daphne can be a Hellfire Club.
oh wow,
I got
spicy.
I got nothing for Roz though.
Obviously, Roz is Banshee.
Banshee. Oh.
Yeah, gender flips. Very
All right
odd.
then. We've done it. We've done it. We've
Mhm.
cracked the phrase. What Earth number is Frasier?
Earth 725.
725. All right. Canonize it, Marvel. Get back to me.
Yep. I'll be expecting checks in the mail
Yeah. Residuals.
from both Marvel and Paramount. So
Yeah. It's only fair that I brought you guys together. I should get something out of it.
exactly. I'm
Just
not doing this for free.
just think of all the possibilities. The bar with no name being run by Ted Danson from Cheers. CGI ghost.
I mean, no, it's just Ted Danson. It's just
I'm scared.
actually Ted Danson, but
I don't know whether Ted Danson is alive or dead.
Ted Danson's still alive.
I'm gonna level with it. Well, there we go. So he can do it.
If
The bar with no name / Cheers crossover.
Dude, if Ted Danson died, like Ted Danson's one of those people that like if they die, like comedy will weep for a day. Like Ted Danson, like because okay, I'm about to say something. I'm gonna feel real bad if he's dead, but I don't think he is. Because there's one other guy that I like always think of, like if he's once he dies, yeah, no, it's Dick Van Dyke.
Dick Van Dyke? No, he's never gonna die.
Yeah,
he's like
no,
100.
97. But yeah, no, it's like one of those things of like when Dick Van Dyke dies, like a little bit of comedy will just no longer exist in the world. It's a finite resource.
Gonna take the day off.
Just like I can't do it.
So when he dies, he takes it with him. It doesn't get released to the earth.
Just
comedy is not fat soluble. It stays in the body.
Comedy is it is, yeah, it's stored in people, and when those pillars go, they're gone forever.
That means people were funnier like back in caveman days.
But the funniest.
The world's funniest man was a caveman.
Can you not look upon society and go, all these people are always calling people can't take a joke. The reason they can't take a joke is because of how many funny people have died.
Because he had access to the most like raw comedy stores.
Just pure comedic energy. It was in the ether. It was the ether.
That's what the ether was. That's why that theory panned out. All the comedy is gone, and therefore the ether's not true anymore.
Exactly. Like, yeah, when the 1800s, they're like, well, there is no ether. There was. It was comedy. It's gone now. Yeah. That's why space is a soulless vacuum. Because
nobody's fun anymore.
It's slowly going away. Eventually, we'll have no more funny. We'll just all be soulless, humorless automata.
Off.
Anyway. Today's episode of Frasier is season 3, episode 7, The Adventures of Bad Boy and Dirty Girl. Brandon Amoeba, what happens this episode?
Honestly, I have to applaud Frasier for just making their own porn parody and airing it live. That takes guts.
Well, I mean, how do you think they were going to get that Emmy that year?
Oh, is that right? Is that what wins Emmys? Sex scenes?
At least daytime.
Daytime Emmys? Nighttime Emmys are prudes. I believe that.
Yeah. They're very, very puritanical. Separate beds. That's why like all those shows for a while had that, because they wouldn't win Emmys.
Yeah. It's I Love Lucy, I believe in canon, budded because her and Ricky couldn't have sex. Didn't even sleep in the same bed.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, that's also in Dick Van Dyke. They had separate beds in that one. That's a crazy thing. Like, but why? Why you have separate beds?
Like, I'm an adult. I know they have sex in that bed. It's like,
though, to be fair, did you ever watch The Crown?
I did not.
There's a scene where when during the Thatcher years, Thatcher and her husband come to the Queen's family, like Windsor Scottish retreat, and like they give Thatcher and her husband like separate rooms, because that's what the aristocracy do. You sleep in separate rooms, and like they look at them and go, "Why do we have 2 rooms? There's just us."
Yeah,
It's like, well, you know, so
I
you can sleep in separate beds. Like, why would we sleep in separate beds?
don't understand. But then how does the fucking happen?
but we're married. Anyway, so that's what you think it's the porn parody episode?
Yep.
All right, well, let's get into it and see if you are correct, because you always are.
Haven't been wrong yet.
His name was Lola. He was a showgirl with a feather in his hair and his dress cut down to there.
You doing all right, buddy?
No, I'm not. Today was a bad. It started.
I saw your tweet. And I'm like, oh, his car got broken into again. Rip.
Oh, dude. Got woken up by just loud banging on my door and the doorbell going off.
You heard in the middle of a negotiation.
Go to the door, cops. I'm like, oh, what's happening now?
We have got to settle
Oh,
this.
no.
All right.
And they're like, oh, sorry, your van got broken. It's like,
I'll give you 3.
4.
Done.
So I thought I'd just let you know.
So then I had to make a list of stuff they got.
Get it.
Yeah. Help her with her lack of sex life.
Dog snobs?
Have you
I feel like
never
a hot-
heard? Have you
I feel
never
like a
heard
hot dog
anyone?
is a food you can't be snobby about.
Oh my God! You've never been to Chicago and talked to somebody there.
Yeah, well, if she does,
No.
pick a Charlie
I make it
You put
policy to
you
not
put
talk-
ketchup on a hot dog? That is gross. Or
It's,
that famous Dirty Harry line about
Oh,
only monsters put ketchup on a hot dog.
Yeah, my general policy is to talk to people as little as possible.
Elevator or used one?
No.
The really old ones work like old elevators ignore, like, you know, when you watch like the Titanic or a movie from like the 1920s where they have the thing where they gotta go. The cluster speaks. All right. That was, of course, Black Friday Frasier. How'd that make you feel?
I was correct. There sure was a lot of doing it going on.
There was a lot of doing it, but we did not find out what the FCC fine was.
No, we did not.
Just that the owners wanted him fired.
Once again, this is before the dark times. Before
the Empire?
Before Timberlake freed the nipple
Yeah.
in front of us all.
Therefore, shattering us the illusion that
That's right.
people don't know what sex is.
When he unleashed the dark horrors that lay in Beyonce's titties.
It wasn't Beyonce.
Jessica Lopez.
Nope.
J-Lo?
No.
Oh man, then I got no idea.
It's Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson?
Mhm.
That was so long ago.
Yes. Not incorrect. All right. Well, that is it. Tune in Sunday for Sailor Moon Sunday, because we will not have Stargate.
Yeah, we are not contractually obligated to do Stargate, so we will not be doing it. We're in charge here.
We're in charge, and I will be getting blitzed. So gotta celebrate the birthday with the brother who's turning 21, which means drinking and enjoying cigars, and then drinking and maybe enjoying hookah. So
What a packed schedule.
yeah, you gotta live it up while you're young. So
All right.
all
There
right.
you go.
Later, everybody.